They have done profound work that have truly changed the lives of many and will forever have a positive impact in Jackson County.
Prior to the arrival of Majors Jason and Angelina Koenig, the Jackson County Salvation Army was in a disjointed state. Fortunately, Jason and Angelina have brought many positive changes, including uniting the disparate departments, growing the volunteer base, helping people who've been affected by COVID and the devastating Almeda fire, and much more.
Before the arrival of Majors Jason and Angelina Koenig, the Jackson County Salvation Army functioned as a disjointed, rusted machine with unconnected and broken parts. They went through one officer change after another, and none of them were here long enough to make a real impact. The Hope House, the transitional housing program, and the thrift store were not involved with the ministry of the Salvation Army. The three separate Salvation Army locations were working towards individual goals with little regard for what the other locations might need. Then Majors Jason and Angelina and their family were stationed in Medford in a long, rough, and sometimes difficult road, but look at the results. There is now a very successful youth program with a group of competitive teen musicians. The Majors began the Families Eating and Studying Together Feast program on Wednesday nights, helping families to spend time together in fellowship and Bible study. Donut days with the high schoolers have also grown into a sought-after activity for good reason, right? The Medford Salvation Army has been designated as the Jackson County Coordination Site under the Majors' leadership, bridging the gap and fusing all the programs and services into one centralized command. The team is now comprised of department managers who are confident in their abilities, thanks to the knowledge and training given to each of them by the Majors. They also now have an involved advisory board, yes, they do, that has grown only stronger in the last 5 years, as well as the strong volunteer base that was non-existent prior to their leadership. They both exemplify the hands-on approach to difficult tasks, which has helped to encourage everyone involved to think outside the normal and strive for the exceptional. From Christmas warehouse floods to the COVID-19 pandemic shutdown, food box deliveries, and most recently, wildfire response, their guidance and support has been invaluable. They've spent countless hours ministering to those sheltering in place due to COVID-19 restrictions, and again providing pastoral care during the horrific fires last September. Major Jason Koenig has also been an invaluable resource to the Rogue Valley community organizations active in disaster, the RV COED, through example, advice, and dedicated service during these disasters. The RV COED coordinated the disaster response of community services and faith organizations during the September fires, and Major Koenig and his team worked tirelessly at the Jackson County Expo to help in feeding and caring for the survivors. Over the last 5.5 years, they have both exemplified one of Salvation Army's core principles, and that's compassion. They exemplify compassion by caring for the poor, feeding the hungry, sheltering the homeless, and befriending the friendless. They've given so much of themselves to this community at a steep personal cost, time with their family. And as they ready themselves to leave, they are moving on and getting restationed. We know that their guidance and tutelage is needed in Renton, Washington. I can't believe they need it. But anyway, each member of the organization has been blessed by their never-ending commitment to this community and their dedication to the mission of the Salvation Army in Jackson County. Together, they have grown into one entity doing God's work. Even though they will be dearly missed, their colleagues know that they are fully prepared to move forward while continuing to implement the tools that they leave behind. The Salvation Army will continue to march on and, quote, do the most good, end quote, in our community. Majors Jason and Angelina, on behalf of the Jackson County Board of Commissioners, we thank you for your outstanding dedication and service to our community. And I was so excited that we get to bring this honor to all that you've done, because you're definitely leaving our community in better shape than when you got here. And just thank you so much for that.
Yeah. I've had the privilege of working with Jason for the last several years as we took what was also a defunct organization, basically the RV Coed, and we rebuilt it back to something. And I can tell you that if we didn't have Jason with us, it would not have worked. There was a lot of times when we would sit in meetings and we would come up with some what we thought were really bright, super good ideas. And Jason would go, time out, wait a minute, hold up, because he's got so much experience working, in the Houston floods and then Puerto Rico, and he had so much practical experience for us to be able to come to us. And I can tell you that, what happened after those horrific fires, what happened out at the expo without Jason, and the Salvation Army and Angelina and all, it wouldn't have happened without you. I'm absolutely convinced of that. We were able to put together a great plan and put it together, and you were part of that. And then I remember being out there with you, and you ended up taking care of the feeding operations and just jumped right in and did that. And I thought, oh my goodness, how is he going to do this? And by the way, it was great food. I got to hand it to you. There were times when I said, I'm not going to eat at home. I'm just going out there because the food's really great. So you did a super job. Anyways, wonderful. Thank you for all the work you've done for our community, and you're leaving a great legacy behind you.
Our county is extremely fortunate. We are covered by a huge web of nonprofits and other agencies that seem to really be ready to jump in whenever they're needed for whatever they're needed for. And then there are certain organizations who make that web stronger, who look for areas there may be holes in it, and keep it together. And I think the Salvation Army is one of those, and they're active in just about every. Read through the list. It doesn't seem like there's anything that could happen that they don't respond to. And that's so important in Jackson County. And like I say, we are extremely fortunate to live in a county that has a lot of people, a lot of agencies that do those things. But what we need are the ones like the Salvation Army who are there to, again, make the whole web stronger and to do what needs to be done at any time. And that's what I see. And I appreciate it. And I know this last year of the emergencies that have hit us, we've been getting the old 1-2 combination, seems like for quite a while, but there's always somebody there to respond. So we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, commissioners. And I join you in celebrating these amazing leaders in our community. They have done profound work that have truly changed the lives of many and will forever have a positive impact in Jackson County. And I know as they leave and will bless another community, that they have built a firm foundation for the new officers that we will be welcoming. The new officers will have big shoes to fill, but these majors have truly left a legacy, have improved facilities, have improved the lives. They redid the thrift store. And that thrift store, I just have to mention, was a tremendous effort on behalf of the majors. And that improvement results in many donations and sales happening that go right back into impacting the lives of those in need. And so just in that effort alone, not to mention they were managing fires and floods, holiday programs, their servant leadership was seen everywhere. And I got to watch a lot of that as an advisory board member, but also as a partnering organization through U71.5 Ministries. I've watched the major put on, Major Jason, a gorilla outfit suit to go out to just reach kids that are feeling hopeless during this time and needed a point of connection. They were there. I've watched Major Angelina put an instrument into a child's hand that would never have that opportunity if it wasn't for the Salvation Army. And not only were they given an instrument, but they were given free lessons. And these youth went on to win regional awards and got to travel and do things, and their lives fully enriched. And the impact that they have is just unmeasurable. I cannot believe what they've done. They've reached out and also connected. You've heard it already mentioned by the commissioners, but reached out and partnered with U71.5, Helping Hands International. During the holiday, unprecedented Toys for Tots, they linked together to serve and do the most good and to really utilize the resources within the community to reach more people. It's been an honor to serve with you, Major Jason and Angelina. You are loved, and we thank you for the impact that you've had and the lives that you've changed. You will be missed, but we thank you for building the foundation that will continue when you are gone. You are loved. Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, we'll give you the last word.
While he's working on the video feed, I'll simply say that it has been an honor and a privilege to live here in Jackson County for the last 5.5 years. As Salvation Army officers, we never know where we're going to go from one appointment to the next. And when we were told we were coming to the Medford community in Jackson County, we were living in Mexico City, and we said, "Where's Medford?" And we came here with open hearts and open minds, and we have fallen in love with this community. We have fallen in love with the people of this community so much. You as county commissioners and even the folks that have been recognized earlier on in this meeting are pure examples of why we have such a great community of wonderful people, just filled with goodness and love for others. And it is most definitely one of the things that we will miss as we return to a quote unquote big city. And we hope that we will find as genuine and sincere people in Renton that we have had the privilege of getting to know and work here with and partner with in Jackson County. Thank you for the honor of being such a great community to live in and to be in.
Thank you.
Yeah, I echo what my wife says in the fact that we will truly miss Jackson County. This has been our home for 5.5 years. Our daughter graduated from here. Our son went from 5th grade all the way to his sophomore year here and have just been so much a part of this community. And if it wasn't for the support we have from both Jackson County, from all the commissioners, to what we've had just in people who just have come up, and we've seen many miracles. We've been recipients of those miracles, and it's been through just the people of this community, and that is the hardest part. And as we know, as we do, move from place to place as Salvation Army sends us, it is, with heavy hearts to leave, and knowing what a great community this has been. But as was echoed in here, we also leave here fully knowing that things are strong, that from our volunteers to our board members to our staff, are able to continue on with the work here, and it will continue to get stronger even in the change. And we are very thankful for that. And we are very thankful for this recognition, and we will definitely miss everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.